Okay, so sorry about that. We have sometimes some technical problems here because we're roughly in the middle of nowhere and we are connecting through Wi-Fi. Through mobile signal, so there's no Wi-Fi. So sometimes we lose our connectivity. So it's 1 minute for the official top for Ney from Bolivia. 20 seconds.
We can see that he's deciding to relax on his back and using a noodle. It's a very comfortable position, very relaxing, easy to take a full breath. That's the official top. Here we go. Duck dive seems to be clear.
Remember that the divers are not allowed to start the dive not even 1 second before the official top. And after the official top, they have just
30 seconds,
30 seconds
to go down. Yes.
to go down.
So Ney Flores is going for Bolivia CNF dive. Depth attempt 25 meters. Dive time about a minute. And it's a national record attempt. We can see the judge have the hand on the line that allows us to know if they are going down or if they're already going up. I could see the turn, so he's already on the way up. A little bit of suspense. This is always the moment where
Drum rolls.
yes. He's already 1 minute dive time. He's a little bit late. Here it is. Oh, grabbing the line. Oh, he was hard. Oh, his airways might have went back in the water. We will know in a minute. He's taking off his mask. He's giving the sign. He's okay. So now we're going to be waiting for the decision of the judge. It's going to take about 20 seconds. I guess they're going to discuss together.
I think I saw his airways were slightly touching the water, or the splash of the water touches.
Yeah, that's a big difference. If it's the splash that touch him, that's okay. But if he's going back into the water, that would be a problem. Now he's looking for his tag. I'm not sure where he goes. While he's doing this, he really need to keep his airways underwater. Don't do anything. And this is where we already want to have a coach, to tell you things and not make any mistakes.
Yeah, right when he exited the water, he lost the line a little bit.
He did, yes. All right, the judge is talking with him, and looks like he's gonna have a red card. This is a red card. His airways are back in the water.
Yeah, so just to remind
Sorry.
Just to remind you about the rules for the competition, the diver, once his airways are out of the water, he's not allowed the airways are not allowed to touch the water again, or that's considered disqualification.
Yes, the idea is that as soon as the diver has his airways above water, he needs to show that he has the control, that he's not hypoxic. And what we ask for that is to keep the airways above the water. So it's really clear. The rule is very clear is that you say, okay, when you come up, keep your airways above the water. And it's also a safety thing because he allows us to know if he's blacking out or not. That's going to be the sign for us. Like if there is a blackout, the loss of the control of the airways, and that's it. You're disqualified. So it's an important thing.
And it's the same thing with the exit protocol.
Same thing.
So in the exit protocol, you need to do 3 steps in that exact same sequence, which are removing any facial equipment, either it will be a mask or nose clip, then give the okay sign with your hand, and say, I'm okay. if you do something in between, if you say, oh, it was a great dive, and then you give the okay sign, or you do it in a different sequence, then that's considered you're disqualified because you cannot prove that you are in full control of the situation, right?
Yeah, I mean, the protocol at the surface is nothing complicated. So if you can't do it, it's that you're clearly hypoxic,
Yeah.
and it's very simple. Is when you arrive, you remove your mask, you give an okay sign, and you say, "I'm okay." So clearly, if you can't do that, especially that you train it, I mean, all those athletes train it every day. So if you're not able to do it on that specific day, you're clearly not doing it. You
Yeah.
see? So that's the most important part. All right, the next diver coming now is gonna be Jose Pablo Barreras. I've seen that he's been training with Deep Blue a lot, and lately he's been training with Panamaya as well. He's been very excited for this competition. If I'm not wrong, he already competed a couple of times with us. He's a diver from Mexico, but he lives in Cancun. And today he's going for a dive in CNF at 40 meters. And it's already starting to be a pretty good dive, no? CNF 40 meters.
Oh yes, 40 meters in CNF is already a difficult dive. So that talks a little bit about the level of the competition. Yesterday we were saying that the thinking about the safety of the competition and the safety divers themselves. Uh, the competition is set up in such a way that the competitors that go the deepest are somewhere in the middle of the list, and the ones that go a little bit less deep are either in the beginning or the end. So um, that's made so on purpose so that the safety divers at the beginning have a chance to warm up, and also that at the end they don't have to do the most difficult dives at the end of the day when they are already tired. So if the second official dive of the day is 40 meters CNF, that talks a little bit about the level of the competition, and yeah, it gives a good idea of what will be coming in the next couple of hours.
Mm-hmm. It's very, I'm very excited and proud because when we doing the previous edition, a dive like that was probably one of the deepest dive of the day. So it shows that the level of the area has been growing very fast in the past few years, and that's very exciting. I mean, you can see it also on the national level. A few years ago, you will barely see any Mexicans in the competition. And the last Caribbean Cup, I think there were like 6 or 7 Mexicans participating, and
Yes.
all of them were strong diver. Pepe Salcedo won the first place of the Caribbean Cup. Pedro Tapia won the third place of the Caribbean Cup, and they all came home with some PBs, and it's really good. So I'm very happy to see Mexico free diving growing so fast. In a way, it kind of makes sense too because we have chance to have this amazing location to practice.
Yep. In fact, this cenote where we are right now, Yumkin, is one of the most popular cenotes in the area to do free. That's because its temperature, its depth. It's also a very big cenote. Many times the cenotes where we free dive.
Here you can see a little bit better the inside of the cenote.
And I mean,
Official top.
at the official top. So Jose Pablo Barrera is going in the water.
All right. Pablo is down there doing his dive.
So I was saying that this cenote is very popular, and a couple of years ago, every time you came here to train, there was maybe you were the only one in the cenote. And today, if you come on a Sunday or in any day, there are 3 or 4
Years. And I think in a few seconds, unfortunately, gonna be a surface blackout. He's back. So this always is part of the